Hello, dear friends. Welcome to Kardec Radio, where we are here to nourish our souls. I am Norah, the host of this program, Pages of Hope. Hope everybody's been having a lovely week. It is another Thursday, and we thank the spirits for being here, and we ask for enlightenment during this short study. In the Spiritist magazine, issue 40, there is an article entitled "The Moon." It gives us this little excerpt from Chico's perspective on the moon, right? So let's read that and then we'll talk about it. It says, "We were conversing excitedly with Chico at his home when we discussed the great human achievements of the 20th century. One of our friends mentioned the arrival of the man on the moon, our natural satellite, which was visited for the first time on July 20, 1969. And so then, dear friends, as we continue reading the article, it gives us some information, right, of the astronauts that were on that mission, right? Neil Armstrong, Edwin, Buzz, Aldrin, and Michael Collins, as they fulfilled the goal proposed by President John F. Kennedy, right, when he declared before Congress in 1961, I believe that this nation should commit itself to achieving the goal before this decade is out of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the earth." And so it happened, right? So what is Chico's perspective on this? It says here, Chico told us it was really a great accomplishment. It's interesting that our Emmanuel told us that some of the astronauts would turn into mystics or become very religious after they visited the moon. As we know, there were several manned missions after the first one. I didn't wait a minute to shoot a question to Chico. Chico, did Emmanuel say there would be changes in some of the astronauts? He told us that the moon acts like a satellite prison reserved for spirits who have turned to evil. It serves for temporary isolation and treatment of the most recalcitrant among our brethren. Because the vibratory condition of these spirits is still not well materialized, because of their status of evolution, some astronauts felt moved, as if grabbed, given the impression of hands and arms that were touching them or trying to hold on to them. We were astonished at this story and even more aware that we really don't know anything. And this story is found in book Chico Xavier's Stories from a Friend from Another Land by Umberto Fabri, chapter 27, right, dear friends. So this is such an interesting chapter, little excerpt, little article. It's like a fun fact, right? Because I was thinking about this, and this is going to be more disclaimer. There's going to be a lot of my input here. But when we think about the moon, right, we think about the full moon, and there have been individuals trying to make studies because sometimes, for instance, in teaching, whenever there's a full moon, it's like we give each other the alert, full moon, because there's this change, right? Some scientists have tried to study, is there a correlation between a full moon and violence, right? Sometimes they've called them the lunar effect or the Transylvania effect. So while scientifically speaking, there might not be a lot of correlation, right? It's always good to take a deep breath and to not judge our moon based on that information. And here again, I go with my input, but to honor it, to say, wow, what a beautiful mission that this moon has. Because as Chico told us, the moon is taking in all those brothers and sisters who are still struggling. They're still, right? But yet, in this beautiful light, the moon is shaping these souls in according to their own pace in the evolution. So, dear friends, by us knowing this about the moon, is it for us to say, I don't want to see the moon or I'm going to be scared? No. I think that the more we know about the moon and we see that, it almost gives us this sense of, I love the moon more, right? Now that we go on walks, and here in the United States, it's springtime, it's autumn time. Although I have to say I'm from Texas, so we don't really have changes, but it is the autumn or the fall. and we see and we walk a lot and we see the moon, not always the full moon, but there's always the moon at night. And we look at it, we honor it, we respect it, right? And we get to know it. And if anything, we say, wow, you are even much more beautiful for what you do, right? Sending it loving vibrations. It is benevolent to do that because it needs all those vibrations. And again, what does she represent from a scientific perspective? It's the progress of science, the beginning of many things that we know that there are so many discoveries that the Spiritist science is already coming hand in hand with the material science, right? So there's so much. So tonight, as we're looking at the moon, let's send it lovely vibrations. Let's connect to it and let's enjoy it. And let's leave with this beautiful, beautiful piece of information. And thank you to the lovely moon. All right, dear friends, this is today's study. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, same day, same time here at Kardec Radio. And please continue watching all the other shows. And so be it. God bless you.